Hi, second graders. I wanted to go over a concept of figuring out missing numbers. Okay, and we're going to start with some easier problems and then work up to some more difficult problems. And we're going to start with addition and subtraction because then we're going to start to apply it to multiplication and division. And I want you to see how they're the same, how there's a pattern there. Okay, so with missing numbers, you have to kind of think about what we're doing here. So if I have 8 stickers and I get some more, we're not sure how many, and I end up with 10, what is this missing number and how can I figure it out? I know you've already figured out it's 2. Okay, you guys are super smart. Okay, but I want us to see how we figured it out so when we use bigger numbers and we start to use multiplication and division, we can use that same strategy. Okay, so let's think about it with our model drawing like we've done. We know the whole thing, what we're going to end up with is 10. So we know the whole thing. And we know one of the parts that we're putting together is 8. And then there's this other little part that gets us to 10 that we're trying to figure out. Okay? If we know the whole thing and we know a part, we're going to take that part away and see what's left. So that means we're going to subtract. Yes. Okay? So that means we're going to say 10 minus 8 equals 2. So that little missing part is 2. Okay? Same thing if we have bigger numbers. Okay, let's say I say 384 plus something equals 526. Same thing, just bigger numbers. We know what the whole thing is, what it equals, and we're adding, so this is the whole thing. So we have 526. We put these two parts together. We know it's 526 as the whole thing. We know one of our parts is 384. What is this other part? Okay. And I'm going to start to, instead of putting a question mark, I'm going to start to put this little letter X. Okay. What is X? What is it going to be? Well, same thing. We know the whole thing and we know a part. So let's take that part away and see what's left. So 526 minus 384. And you guys know how to do this. We just have to figure out when to do it, right? So if we're trying to figure out that missing part, we need to subtract. Okay. What if I say I have 10 stickers and I gave some of them away, X amount away, and I have 8 left. Okay. In this case, because we're subtracting, here, whenever we subtract, we start with the biggest number. So there's our whole thing, 10, and we took away this part, 8. So what is this other part? X. Well, again, we have one of the parts. We don't have the other part. So we're going to take 8 away from 10 to see what this other part is. Okay, 10 minus 8 is 2. So this is still subtraction. We're trying to figure out that part. Okay. What if it was bigger numbers? Let's say I have 486 minus X. I took something away, one part away, and it gave me this other part, 254. Okay, well, which one is this is the whole thing. We're taking a part away. So the whole thing is 486. We're taking away some part. We don't know how much it is, X. And it leaves us with this other part, 254. So to figure out X, we're going to have to take away the 254 to find this other part. So 486 minus 254. And again, you know how to do this. It's figuring out, oh, how do I find that other part? Okay. This is going So today, I just want you to practice figuring out missing parts. Okay, so I'm going to give you some problems on here that you can solve, and you can also create your own and then solve them and put them on Seesaw. Okay, so let's say, what if I have 263 plus x equals 391? What is x? Figure that out for me. How about x plus 156 equals 843? What is x? You got these two parts again. Just because I put the part over here, it's still trying to figure out this part. What if I say 384 minus x equals 237? What if I say 853 minus x equals 169? And what if I say 432 plus x equals 726? Okay. See if you can figure out what x is for each of these these problems. What is that missing part? And how do we figure it out? Solve them on your whiteboard, take a picture, and put it on Seesaw for me. Okay? Great job. See you soon.